Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's Monday Memo. Now, last week I spoke around digital disruption and how we needed to get some more useful images to better chart a course through its consequences. And just like any goal, or when we're charting a course, what we're really propelling ourselves towards is not reality but something else. In fact, what we're responding to always, whether it's the fear of some robot automating the report production we used to do, or the customer or client who frustrates us because they don't get what the numbers mean, even though we're explaining it 1,001 different ways, whether it's the inability of IT to meet the deadline for the database we need back up and running, it doesn't matter. What we're responding to is not reality, but an image we have in our own minds. And we all do that. And that image is not a true reflection of reality, it's only ever an abstraction. And that image is going to be shaped by our beliefs, by our value systems, and it's going to be shaped profoundly by our past experiences. So picture a painter who sets up her easel and faces out onto a lovely country landscape. There's mountains, there's trees, there's a lake, but suddenly there's a passenger jet flying high in the blue skies. And as she sets out to paint her blue skies, she makes a conscious decision to leave out that passenger jet. And similarly, behind her, out of sight, there's a strange but stunning rhododendron with its vivid pink colours, and she thinks, how great would that look like in my foreground? So she takes it from behind her and puts it into the foreground. She's employing what we call artistic license and makes it part of the reality she's projecting, a part of that image. And what we do all the time is exactly the same, particularly with digital disruption. We add things to our image that have never happened, and we leave things out simply because they're inconsistent with our beliefs. And I'm now going to demonstrate how this works with a quick game with you. So as you're driving, or if you're in the gym, whatever, just be careful. I'm going to read you some words, and I want you to reflect on the image they're conjuring in your mind. So listen carefully, but don't crash or don't drop any weights on yourselves. So the words are bed, rest, awake, tired, dream, wake, night, eat, comfort, sound, slumber, snore. Now what I'd like you to do is try and remember as many of those words you got images for that you can recall. You're not going to be graded on this, there's no prize, but try and recall as many of those words as you can. Right, so how many of you can at least remember or recall 3 words on the list? How many of you included the word bed, snore, or sleep? Just out of curiosity, how many have you put sleep as the top word on your list? Now, you may not believe this, but the word sleep was never one of the words I read. The words I read were bed, rest, awake, tired, dream, wake, night, eat, comfort, sound, slumber, and snore. Now, every one of those words evokes an image of sleep, but the word sleep was intentionally not stated. This is a prime example of what I'm talking about. Even though I warned you this happens, nonetheless you responded, and you could have passed a polygraph test as though it actually said the word sleep. There was no deception involved. There was just simply no reason for it. Alright, if you feel I played a trick on you, I'll give you another chance to redeem yourself. So really focus this time. And after all, I am sharing with you information about the consequences of disruption, so it does require your careful attention. So now I'm going to ask you some questions, and I want you to repeat loudly, even in your mind. Okay? So, what colour is freshly fallen snow? White, right? What colour is it? White. How do you pronounce the word white? White. And what colour are most clouds? White. So, what do cows drink? Now, for those of you that said milk, cows definitely don't drink milk. They drink water, they give milk. I didn't say calves, so baby calves might drink milk from their mums, but you get the idea, right? It illustrates how the human brain works. We have these millions of neurons between our ears, but we don't always use all of them. We simply couldn't. It'd be terribly inefficient. So instead we respond to patterns or images. Our brain is quite efficient like that, and once we believe an image to be what it is, once we've that familiar template, how many times have we used the same templates in Excel? Thereafter, we're constantly having that image come into our minds. Now, if we don't select the right images for our own paintings, in fact, if we don't disrupt ourselves, then we'll be at serious risk of becoming irrelevant. And I encourage you, the mantra here is disrupt or be disrupted. And that's why we invite guest mentors onto the Strength in Numbers podcast, to share their own journeys, their hard-won lessons, and their experiences. And we deconstruct with them what really works in practice so we get better images to work from. And similarly with digital disruption, we hear about all those things, whether or not finance will have jobs replaced by robots. I mean, I think there was 57% of our jobs are meant to be replaced by robots according to Oxford University and Deloitte, or we can choose to have images where we'll be even more in demand. Digital disruption is a common topic that gets tagged with our guest mentors because they see it about the future of accounting and finance. So for now, I recommend suspend your beliefs. And on next week's Monday Memo, I'll share with you what we know about the consequences of digital disruption, what it means, and how we can best respond and plot a course through it. So, hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please share it with your friends and your colleagues. If you'd like to check out the longer guest mentor interviews, please check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, or on YouTube. And again, I do have confidence that we can disrupt rather than be disrupted as a profession. We've been around for many thousands of years, and I believe we'll continue to do so if we have the right images. So until next time, take care of yourselves, and let's keep on building our strength in the numbers.